Teased for his glasses, he shocked everyone by breaking his opponent's nose in seconds. The crowd's laughter echoed through the gym as the fighter adjusted his thick glasses, eyes burning with quiet determination. They mocked him, calling him weak, a joke, someone who didn't belong in the ring. The taunt stung, but he didn't flinch. Instead, he focused on the challenge ahead. The bell rang. The air tightened with tension. His opponent sneered, confident and ready to dominate. But behind those glasses was more than a target. There was a fire waiting to erupt. In the blink of an eye, the fighter moved with unexpected speed, his fists precise and powerful. The crowd fell silent as the sharp crack of a breaking nose cut through the tension. His opponent staggered, shock and pain flooding his face. How did this quiet, mocked fighter become a force so sudden and fierce? What had fueled this hidden strength? The gym held its breath, waiting to see if this moment was a fluke or the start of something unstoppable. Behind those glasses, something deeper waited to be revealed. A story of resilience, pain, and an unyielding will to prove them all wrong. He wasn't always the quiet figure at the gym, the one with thick glasses that caught the light and made him easy to mock. As a kid, he loved sports, but his eyesight held him back. Every missed catch, every blurred face in the crowd chipped away at his confidence. The glasses became his shield, but also the reason for whispered jokes and sneers. His father had once been a boxer, tough and proud, but after an injury, he walked away from the sport. The fighter grew up hearing stories of strength and pain, but never saw his father return to the ring. That left a space inside him, a silent question of what it meant to be strong. At school, the teasing didn't stop. Kids called him names, targeted him for being different. Glasses were an easy target. Every taunt built a wall around him, but also planted a seed of determination. He wasn't going to be the guy everyone dismissed when he finally stepped into the gym. The weight of those years pressed on his shoulders. The smell of sweat and leather mixed with the pounding of fists on bags. It was a world that promised pain, but also possibility. His hands trembled during his first session, his heart racing with fear of failure. Yet, with every punch, he felt a small crack in the wall around him. The other fighters noticed him, but not with respect. They laughed, pointed, and whispered. "How can he fight with those glasses?" they said. "He doesn't belong here." Those words stung sharper than any punch, but inside he was building something no one could see. Focus, strategy, and a quiet rage. Each day he trained, pushing his body and mind to the limit. The glasses, once a symbol of weakness, became part of his identity, a reminder of everything he had overcome. Beneath the surface, the tension grew. He knew the next fight would be more than just a match. It was his chance to break free from the shadow of doubt and prove what he was truly capable of, even if it shocked everyone around him. The day of the big fight arrived, and the gym buzzed with anticipation. His opponent was a local favorite, tough, fast, and confident. The crowd expected an easy win for the favorite, sneering at the glasses-wearing fighter like they always did. They didn't know the battles he'd already won inside himself. Before the match, something unexpected happened. A close friend in the gym, someone he trusted, pulled him aside. "Are you sure about this?" the friend asked quietly. "I heard things about your coach. He's been taking money from the other side. They might throw the fight." Shock hit him like a punch to the chest. The person he believed in, the one guiding him through every step, might be betraying him. Doubt crept in, mixing with the old fear. Was this all a setup? Had the glasses made him a target again, even among friends? He looked to his coach, who smiled and gave a nod as if nothing was wrong. But the seed of betrayal was planted, and it grew fast. The locker room felt colder than before. He fought to push the thought aside. The fight wasn't just about winning, it was about proving himself. Yet every time he caught his reflection in a mirror, the glasses seemed heavier, the weight of suspicion pulling him down. When the bell rang, the opponent came at him fast. The crowd roared, expecting a quick finish, but the fighter moved with a strange calm, dodging punches with skill no one anticipated. His mind raced. Was the coach truly against him? Was the fight fixed? Midway through the match, the opponent landed a harsh blow and the fighter stumbled. The crowd gasped. For a moment, It looked like the underdog would fall, but then something shifted. A corner of the gym whispered rumors. The opponent had been hiding an injury. No one had expected him to fight with a broken hand. The realization hit hard. Both fighters were carrying secrets, fighting through pain and betrayal. Despite the odds, the glasses-wearing fighter refused to back down. Each punch he threw carried the weight of years of doubt and betrayal. His vision blurred, not just from sweat, but from the storm inside him. As the final round approached, a twist no one saw coming. His coach shouted instructions to the opponent, confirming the betrayal. The fighter's heart broke, but his resolve only grew stronger. He wasn't just fighting for victory, he was fighting for respect, for truth, and for the man he wanted to become. The crowd watched, breathless, as the glasses-wearing fighter prepared to prove that no betrayal, no injury, and no mockery could break him. The bell rang for the final round. Sweat poured down his face, mixing with the sting of bruises and the sharp ache in his ribs. His glasses, cracked but still perched firmly, felt heavier than ever. Every breath was a battle, every movement weighed down by the betrayal burning. Inside him, he saw his coach in the corner, leaning toward his opponent, whispering orders. The truth settled like a stone in his gut. The person he trusted had chosen the enemy. Anger flared hot, but beneath it was something darker: heartbreak, disbelief. Could he still fight with a broken spirit? The opponent charged, eyes wild. With confidence. The crowd shouted, caught between cheers and gasps. Time seemed to slow. The glasses-wearing fighter ducked just in time, narrowly avoiding a brutal punch. His mind flashed with memories. Endless hours of training, the sneers for wearing glasses, the whispered doubts. None of it mattered now. This was more than a fight. It was a reckoning. He saw an opening, a brief lapse in the opponent's defense. He could end it here. But then his opponent faltered, clutching his hand, face twisted in pain. That injury wasn't a secret after all. A choice rose before him. Exploit the weakness and finish the fight quickly, or prove something greater. By fighting fair, by rising above the betrayal and the mockery, his fist clenched tighter. The crowd held its breath. With a sudden, fierce determination, he stepped forward, not with vengeance but with respect. He delivered a powerful strike, precise, controlled. The opponent's nose shattered, blood spilling in thick red rivers. The gym fell silent, then erupted. His glasses slipped and fell to the mat. He didn't reach for them. He stood tall, eyes burning with a new fire, a fire that no betrayal, no mockery, no injury could extinguish. In that moment, he was more than a fighter. He was proof that strength came from within, unseen and unbreakable.